because it's the month of May, may or may not get to these books. Hello everyone, it's Kira. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video we are doing my May TBR, which is basically just all the books I am hoping to read this month. I say this every time, but I'm a mood reader, so just kind of like what I'm feeling right now, but in a week I might not feel like I want to read any of these books. Make sure to follow all my socials down below, my Goodreads, and check out my Amazon wishlist if you want to. Like, comment, and subscribe, and let's just get right into it. Alright, when I'm filming this, it's actually the 3rd already, so I've already started a book, and it's A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas, the 3rd book in the ACOTAR series. I'm currently on page 244. I'm liking it so far. It's not giving me, you know, like the 5-star feels that A Court of Mist and Fury gave me, but I'm still liking it enough. Yeah, I can't talk about this book because it's the 3rd book in the series and I don't want to spoil anything, but definitely reading this one this month, obviously. These next 2 books I feel like I put on my TBR the last like 3 months. At least one of these will be read. I talk about it every month. It's Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. I will be reading it after I finish this book, but I need to read it. It's like I put it off too long and I'm in the mood for it. This will be read. Mark my words, because I'm reading it next. It is about time, seriously, that I get to this. And then this book I put on my last few TBRs, so I will not talk about it much either. It's Juniper Hill by Devney Perry, the 2nd book in the Eden series. A small town romance, single parent, and he's a cook, and this is everybody's favorites. Why is someone literally sawing right now? But I'm hoping to get to it. If not, it's not the end of the world. Next book is one that I do not have the physical copy for. I put it on my last month's TBR, and obviously I didn't get to it. By the time I get to it, I might have a physical copy for the whole series. It's Flawless by Elsie Silver, and this is still getting so much hype. I'm in a small town romance mood. I definitely will be purchasing the whole series, but I feel like the least I can do is read this one, see if I like it enough to buy the whole series. But will that happen? Probably not. I'll probably just buy the whole series anyway. It's a cowboy romance. I think he's a bull rider, and she is his PR manager's daughter. And she has to like move in with him and babysit him pretty much. I still have my poor hat that has not been used yet. Someone tell me to read it so I can, so I can wear my hat while reading it and feel super cool. Hoping to get to it this month. Next up is kind of a toss-up between these 2 books. I want to read one or the other. It doesn't really matter to me. All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. Is a small town, I think, and she moves into like an Airbnb, but it's not because this guy's son, he lets her stay, and it's their romance. I have no idea. I read a Mariana Zapata book last month, which was The Wall of Winnipeg and Me, which will be in my April wrap-up if you want to go watch that. I just said that I don't think the slow burns are for me, and then here I am wanting to read 2 of her books this month. The other book that she actually made it free on Amazon, so I snatched it up so quick because out of all the books that Mariana Zapata has written, All Roads Lead Here and the one I'm about to talk about are the ones that seemed most appealing to me, so maybe they will be 5 stars. Maybe I'll figure out the Mariana Zapata hype with these books. Wait for it, and I think this is like a single parent trope. I think she like moves in next door to this guy, and I don't remember if it's her 2 sons or if it's like she's their aunt and she has to like take care of them, and I think he's like the baseball coach and they like play baseball. I have no idea. I'm very, very excited because I've heard nothing but great things about this book. If I get to it, I get to it. Next up, I kind of just put it on here because I just did my book haul, which if you want to go watch that, you can. And I talked about getting this as a pre-order, and I was like, maybe I'll read it in May or something. And it just seems like a spring book. Like if I read it in June, I feel like the vibes will not be there. And I'm so late to reading this, and it's Things We Hide from the Light by Lucy Score, the 2nd book in the Knock 'Em Out series. This is about Nash and Lena. Yeah, I guess it's neighbors, slow burn, which obviously it is because this book is so freaking long. I don't know why I put the longest books ever. Like, why do I choose every month to read books that are so long? About time I freaking read it. I loved Things We Never Got Over, so I've heard that people don't love this one as much, but it's okay. I'm still gonna read it because obviously, and I liked Nash as a character. Yeah, I'm hoping to get to this one this month because it's just giving me May vibes because of the cover. Please follow my Bookstagram or my Goodreads to see when I'm reading. It'll be linked in the description. May or may not get to this. We will have to see. This next book, I read the third book in this series last month. I read, it seems like, a book from this series every month, which is fine because I'm loving it. And it is Restore Me by Tahara Mafi, the fourth book in the Shatter Me series. I can't talk about this because it's literally the fourth book at this point, so I love this world and I just love these characters so much. Very excited to continue with the series, obviously, if I want to read the book. So nervous though, like I don't even know how it's gonna unfold from the point that it ended and continuing. We will definitely read this month. All right, I don't have like specific books for this like topic. I'm thinking of filming a certain video and these might come up in that video. I want to read more fantasy and I never thought that at the beginning of the year that I would be reading something other than romance. I mean, there's still romance in these fantasy books, obviously, because I can't go without a little bit of romance. I'm not sure like specifically which ones I want to read. A few that come to mind are things. Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. I literally don't know why I couldn't say that. Yes, the cover is gorgeous. I've heard it's just so magical. So obviously I'm like, well, gotta read it. And you don't need to read the Carvel trilogy before reading this book, thank God, because I have no interest in reading the Carvel trilogy. It's just an option of a fantasy book. I don't know if I'll read it or not, but it's an option. It's there, and she might be read. But it's your actions that speak louder. The next fantasy book that I'm feeling this month is Kingdom of the Wicked. I've heard that first book is not everybody's favorite. It's one of those things where you have to like really read all the books, and by the third one it gets really good. Sarah Caroli has just not shut up about Wrath, and I'm very intrigued to know who this Wrath guy is. I might start it this month. I feel like it'd be very fun to get into because I don't even remember what this is about. I think the female main character is like twin ends up dead or something, and then she strikes a deal with this guy or meets this guy, Wrath, and I don't know how it unfolds from there. Another option of fantasy that I want to read this month. And the last kind of fantasy book I'm feeling is Dance of Thieves, which, I don't know, I just didn't hype again, and I don't even know what this one's about either. This is a duology, so it's Dance of Thieves and I think Vow of Thieves. I don't know if I'll get to it this month. Might or might not. You'll have to see. We will have to see. These are some of my book options of what I want to read this month. Will I read any of them? I'm not sure. I definitely will read this one because I'm currently reading it, but these are just what I'm in the mood for. So that is all for this video. I'm thinking next month maybe to switch it up a bit. I might try to do like a TBR jar kind of thing. I think Rachel Catherine is like the queen of doing this. I love watching her TBR videos because she uses the TBR jar and it's just so interesting. So I might be doing that next month. Yes, some very exciting videos I think are gonna be coming this month. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below if you want to keep up with me. Follow my socials as well because I'm very active on my Bookstagram, not so much my TikTok. Check out my Goodreads and my Amazon wishlist if you would like. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!